Hello, welcome to May Contain Peanuts. If you've tuned in today, you must be either bored or you have great taste in video. On our show, we're going to feature some really riveting stuff, people. I'm going to have an interview with a man in a gas mask. That's on today's show. We're going to have interviews with real live people. We're going to have news commentary. We're going to have little skits. We're going to have some fun, do some things, try and laugh. That's what I like to do. I like to laugh. I'd like to introduce my production manager, Harold, and my cameraman, Hector Tripod Ramirez. The big thing with today's show was that I wanted to go out. I had like $300 and I wanted to buy some good lighting, and I wanted to get, one of those microphones that they have. Was that gaff? Yeah. Oh man, I wanted to get a microphone hanging up so that everybody could hear me clearly. I wanted to get the best editing software. I wanted to get a real production manager and an actual cameraman, but instead I thought I would go out and I would buy a big bag of mushrooms and I would eat them and videotape it because I thought that would just be hilarious and people would really laugh. But what I came up with was not exactly what I intended.
It's so soft!
Yeah, so as I said, not exactly as I intended, and I don't think that we're going to go on with the 4 hours of video that I captured of me walking around, touching objects, and exclaiming how soft, pretty, or fuzzy everything was. I saw some pretty trippy stuff, but no big deal. Not a big deal. We're not getting into that today. What we're going to talk about, though, is a man who's been in a gas mask for over 15 years. Now, the interview was really intense. It's kind of hard to understand some of the things the guy's saying, and he's a little bit of a strange duck, as you can imagine, for somebody sitting in a gas mask for all that time. But we'll go ahead and we'll listen to what he has to say, and you have your ideas from there. Tonight we're sitting down with a guest named Edward Finkel, a man that has been wearing a gas mask for the past 15 years. See, Edward believes that there are so many pathogens and toxins out there in the world that you can't breathe our air anymore. Me personally, I was just stripping paint in my garage today, and I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I didn't even have the doors open. But Edward thinks that's wrong, and Edward thinks that we should all be wearing gas masks. So I'm about to ask him some questions, find out what he really means by that. So, why is it you have found it necessary to wear a gas mask for the past 15 years?
Well, in the world we live in today, I find that it's much better to wear a gas mask than to breathe in all the nasty toxins and chemicals and bacteria that are out there in the world. I mean, you really want to get sick, when you get the flu, you throw up. Who likes throwing up? I don't like throwing up. For God's sakes, I mean, every time I've ever thrown up, I end up drinking toilet water. You ever drink toilet water? When you drink toilet water, you guarantee to get sick again. I mean, it's toilet water.
You do realize that this is an interview and not a psych evaluation, don't you, Edward?
I'm sorry. No. I'm actually very used to getting psychiatric evaluations. Wearing a gas mask all the time will often get you placed in a position where people will bring you to a psychiatric hospital. They try to remove the gas mask, at which times I usually throw a fit and scream. Usually that makes them allow me to wear the gas mask, but they still always want to ask me questions about why I'm wearing the gas mask, but that really bothers me.
You claim to never remove the gas mask. How is that even possible?
That's right. I never take my gas mask off. I don't do it to sleep. I don't do it to eat. Hell, I don't even do it to smoke.
How did you do that?
Well, it's an electronic cigarette, so it's better for you, it doesn't have all the chemicals in it, and it's just better. I mean, since I've started using the electronic cigarette, I've not coughed as much, or my throat doesn't hurt like it used to, you know. I really do love these things. The electronic cigarette is a great item to have.
Okay, that really doesn't explain anything.
I wish I could explain it better. Electronic cigarettes, you know? It's the way to go to the future. Same as the gas mask.
I'm sorry, I'm being told that we're having a hard time understanding you. From here on out, the video will have captions for the people at home.
I'd be fine with that. If people need captions, I'm happy to oblige. I mean, I can understand that it's a little harder to understand you wearing the gas mask. It does limit my ability to speak to other people. I have a hard time meeting women. I actually believe that my hard time meeting women is because of the gas mask.
Alright, that doesn't seem to be helping at all. It was very nice to meet you, Mr. Finkel, and we hope to see you again sometime soon.
Well, it was nice to meet you as well. I hope we could do this again. Really, I enjoyed the fact that you gave me a sandwich. I don't really meet people very much, so if you'd like to hang out, that would be wonderful. I don't get out of the house much.
Right. Anyway, next week we will be interviewing a man who claims to eat only Swiss cake rolls. What's that? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm being told that we can't afford to have him on the show. Apparently we don't even have the budget for a forklift. Oh, I'm sorry, that was inconsiderate of me. Anyhow, have a nice night, folks, and I hope to be seeing you soon. Alright, folks, that was riveting stuff. Edward Finkel, the man in the gas mask, this just in, left the studio tonight, went over to 7-Eleven just to get himself some M&Ms and a bottle of pop, reached in his back pocket for his wallet. Store clerk thought he was reaching for a gun, pulled his own gun out and shot Edward Finkel. I am hearing that he's in the hospital. They've got him in stable condition right now. No word as to whether or not they removed the gas mask, but we'll hear back from Edward Finkel, I imagine, if he makes it out of this okay. Now, I want to let you know that next week we're going to be going into unorthodox ways of combating bullies, and we're going to do a tech review minute with the highest tech that I can get my hands on at this point, which, you know, we'll see what that happens to be. If you'd like to subscribe to this show, I'd really appreciate that. That would help me out a lot. You can like it down at the bottom. And as my hero likes to say, with great power comes great responsibility. Have a good day, folks. Thanks for watching.